the session. Okay. I think Shantu has joined, but he dropped. I don't know. Some
Yeah, Shantanu is there, sir. Hi, Shantanu.
Shantu has joined. Okay, so I've just started recording. Okay, so what we'll do in the next week, I'll be taking one small interview related to only org structure setup. Okay, today we are going to finish all the org structure related configuration because we left with the activity area and some bin type. Okay, so
Oh,
these two will cover today, and the next week will give some time, 3 4 days you study. Okay, and we'll be having a short call about the org structure. What are the questions, the doubt, everything. Then we'll slowly move into the master data. Then the moment we'll move into the master data, then we can start creating the material or means product, and then bean master will create couple of bean master, couple of material master, then vendor master. Vendor means business partner, packaging material. Those will create and will run a simple cycle like creation of a order, inbound delivery, how it is distributed to EWM, okay, how we do troubleshooting if any queue failed, okay, and then we'll be creating some tasks, warehouse order, and finally we'll put the stock into bin because our ultimate objective is to put the stock into a bin because in we could put only under a storage location, not inside a bin. So our first objective will be to put the stock into a final bin and check the bin stock position using the monitor transaction. Okay. So let me share my screen. And do not create any master data till all the configuration element is done. Okay. Do not create any master data. EWM Training. Chapter 2.1. Na?
screen is not.
I have not started sharing. I'm just opening the document first.
Yeah, 2.1.
2.1. Na? Now I'll share the screen. Let me know if you could see the screen.
Yeah.
So this organization structure warehouse part, this is done. Availability group is done. This is a very concise document. Do not skip any line. Okay, it's very concise. Minimum. No. Storage bin type. Storage bin activity area. Okay. What is activity area? Activity area is a logical grouping of storage bin. What is the physical grouping of storage bin? Can anyone tell? What is the physical grouping of storage bin? If activity
Storage
area
type.
is storage type, correct. Storage type is the physical grouping of storage bin, whereas activity area is a logical grouping of storage bin to execute the activity. So activity area, before configuration of activity area, we need to define the activity. So what all the activity that could happen inside a warehouse? It could be a picking activity, it could be put activity, it could be physical inventory activity. So those activities are performed into your activity area. Okay. So this allow the sequence of warehouse tasks to be optimized according to the assignment of storage bin to a activity area. Generally, what we do, we assign a 1:1 ratio, which means 0010 storage type connected with 0010 activity area. Okay, which means all the bin under the storage type is considered under a single activity area. That does not mean that under a storage type we can define only one activity area. No, we can define multiple activity area by considering a set of bin. Okay, so a particular bin can be assigned to multiple activity area based on activity. Okay, so this is done basically for task assignment and workload management and optimization of the hours operation. And this activity area is process oriented. Process means how we are putting the stock. Let's say, for example, there is a store. There are two storage type, and customer has ordered product from the which are available in different bin of different storage type. So, if we put the bin under activity area, then against the activity area, you can print out the picking list so that you need not to travel here and there randomly. Sequentially, you can do a bin sorting under this activity area and you can pick the stock sequentially without going here and there and losing time for travel distance. Okay, so slowly you'll understand the concept of activity area, but for the time being, we understand that activity area is nothing but a logical grouping of bin for some purpose. What is the purpose? The purpose is either picking, either or put or physical inventory. Storage section concept is related to the storage oriented. For example, you are keeping the fast moving item in lower section. You are keeping the slow moving item in the upper section of the storage tank. So it is storage oriented. Storage section concept is storage oriented, whereas activity area concept is process oriented. Okay. Now look at this picture. How many activity area you can see? How many activity area you can see here? First tell me how many storage types are there?
Storage types.
How many storage
There
type
will
you
be
can
two
see?
storage types.
Two,
Two
two storage type.
two.
Correct,
Yeah.
correct, Shurav. Yeah. So we have a storage type 0030 and we have storage type 0040. Now think about the situation. This is a worker, warehouse worker. He cannot travel in this horizontally. He can travel vertically. If he's traveling vertically and picking the stock, so for him it will be very easier if he can pick the stock either right side or left side, right side, left side, right side, left side. Likewise, so picking would be very easy. So what you can do, you can consider this set of bin from this storage type 0030 and this set of bin from storage type 0040, and you can define a activity area for fast moving activity area 05, and you can assign the activity picking with this. So the moment any picking request comes from any customer and this bin, suppose the stocks are available, if any stocks are available under this bin, so it will trigger consider this activity area. So activity area wise, you can create the tasks of picking. Activity area wise, you can create the tasks for picking, which would be easier for the picker to pick the stock. So this is a logical. There is no physical boundary or anything. Logically, I am connecting these two set of bin from different storage type and creating a activity area. So this is all conceptual things. Okay, nothing related to actual work execution while you are doing a support or anything. Yeah,
Actually, here activity area 0304 it is there, right?
yeah, activity
So
area
what is
0304. You can define this activity area 03 and you can assign the activity put I. So when activity area 03 is assigned to put I, then worker will come and they will put I the stock throughout this bin. Okay, throughout this
okay.
bin, by doing some kind of bin sorting. Okay, so first here, then here, then here, then here. Likewise, you can do a bin sorting. Okay, you can put the stuff. So put I is done in this storage type. Likewise, for activity area 04, you have assigned the activity put I. Everything is done. Now you have defined activity area 05 for picking by considering these two area. Then what the picker will do? Picker will start picking the activity. The moment the stock is not there, suppose all the picking is done, all the bins are empty, then you will simply run a replenishment to fill this stock. Okay, again you can start picking from this location only. So this is a pick face area where you can do the picking frequently. So if you go to any vehicle center, suppose you are doing any servicing of your bike or car, so there will be some area from where you can purchase the product, pick face area, where you can go and all the means components spare parts are issues, right? So you can consider that as a peak face area where
So,
from
so
where the
for
picking.
example, whenever sorry, bro.
Hmm.
So whenever I'm doing specific activities now, for example, picking, I need to create separate activity area. For put away, separate activity area. Physical inventory, separate activity. Like that, I need to create some system.
Yes, yes, yes. And
Okay,
at the same bin, another concept. This bin can be assigned to multiple activity, put activity as
okay,
well as picking activity. But bin and activity, this combination can be assigned to a single activity area. This is little
okay.
complex.
Bin and
Bin
activity
and
assigned
activity.
to single activity.
This combination cannot have multiple activity. Then its system will get confused. Bin and activity. This combination is assigned to a single activity area. You cannot assign picking activity with this bin with another activity area. So system will get confused.
So
Okay.
activity area are different, sir. Terms.
Activity under activity area, you can have multiple activity. That is the definition. So under
Okay.
this activity area, this is activity area, right? Activity area 05.
Yeah, yeah.
Here you have assigned activity picking, right side you can see picking. So while doing the
Yeah. Yes.
configuration, first you need to define what all the allowed activity that can happen in your warehouse. All the activity you have to put first. You have to define the
Okay.
activity. Then you have to create the activity area, then assign the activity area with the storage type, then do a bin sorting after creation of bin, not before that.
Okay.
So for
So
now,
one
what
activity
one
area can
hmm,
contain multiple activities, right?
activity?
For
Yes,
example,
yes,
one.
yes, 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 yes. See, for example,
Okay.
this is the bin. You will be put a, if you do not do put a, how you will do the picking, correct? So in this bin, you
Yeah.
have picking activity and put a activity, both are there. And at certain point of time in a year, you have to do the physical counting. So physical inventory activity, that is also activity that is also assigned to this activity area. So under activity area, under bin, we can have the multiple activity assigned. If it is suppose, for
Okay.
example, you want to run replenishment, so replenishment activity should be connected. Otherwise, you cannot run replenishment at this bin level. So in a bin, all the activities are assigned. Relevant activities are assigned.
Okay.
Okay. So what I will do? So you must have heard the trainer name. What is the name? CK Reddy. Okay. So I'll give you a link, a YouTube link where you can get a very good picture about the activity area and the staging area concept in a very simple way he explained. Okay, whatever I am
Okay.
explaining on top of that, you can refer that link also. Give you activity area. This link you can follow. Copy. I'm keeping it in this chat history. Okay, you can follow this. It was very good trainer. Okay, now look at this picture. Look at this picture. I have two storage types. Storage type 1, which is this rack, and this rack. Okay, these three racks are there. This is the storage type 1. And in the right hand side, storage type 2. This rack, and this rack. Okay. Now, by considering these two storage type, all everything, here one activity area is defined. Activity area is 1. Next, by combining one set of bin from storage type 1 and another set of bin from storage type 2, they have defined another activity area, which is activity area 3. And by considering the whole space, all bin of the storage type 2, they have defined activity area 2. So likewise, you can define multiple activity area. Because this is a very logical segregation, not physical segregation. Okay. So in short, a bin can be part of multiple activity area, but for a specific activity and bin combination, we can have only one activity. Slowly you will understand once we'll do the practice. Okay. Now, for training purpose, what we do, we generally follow this activity area 2 concept, which means for this storage type, considering all the bins, we define activity area so that all the activity are assigned to this activity area and you are able to do different kinds of activity inside this bin, because we need to run not only put but also picking, replacement, physical inventory, everything we need to check and test. So what we do, we consider whole storage type and define the activity area for that. Now, once everything is done, there is a process called bin sorting. Suppose under a warehouse, you have created some bin. You need to sort it. Why sorting is required? Because you want to keep it sequentially so that you can pick it or do the put away efficiently. Here you can see that for this warehouse, bin and activity, this combination, see, in this is the primary field. Warehouse number, storage bin, and activity. This is a primary field. I have assigned a activity area RK01, for example. Okay. And I have done a sorting. What is the short sequence? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is the short sequence through which the warehouse worker will access this bin. So first they are going to fill this bin. Once this bin is filled, then automatically system will propose the second bin to fill up. So likewise, it will go up to this. Okay. Say here it is written that a single physical storage bin cannot belong to more than one activity area for a particular activity. Now what we will do, we will define the activity first. Okay. So we'll go to the configuration, activity area, and then activity, then define activity. You are doing something, no? So J warehouse, who has created the warehouse J?
Sir, myself, sir.
Right. This is the configuration path. First EWM, then master data. Under master data, you have activity area. So here what we'll do is activity. Okay. Go here and here you can see the defined activity for the activity. Click here. See in the right hand side, whatever is there, this is called the process category. Don't change it. This is standard. Okay. We cannot copy and create new activity. All are defined. Okay. This you do not change. There are certain things in SAP that we do not change. Okay. So this is one of the example like the process category. Now what we'll do, we'll take a reference for example. So internal movement, physical inventory, stock removal, put a replenishment, posting change. Okay. All activity I'm considering. Copy and put SSSS. Now, suppose to understand the activity area concept better, suppose there is no concept of activity area in EWM, okay? And you have a huge storage type, right? Many bins are there. Some stock has come. So where will you put those stock? Suppose you do not have any activity area. So for that, we need a activity area.
Staging.
From a staging, you are taking the stock to the actual storage type. But suppose activity area concept is not there, then where will you put the stock? So you need some mechanism through which you will tell the system, okay, I am doing the put I activity. If the activity is put I, then put the stock in this sorted way. So for that, bin sorting, activity area, those are needed. Enter. So I have defined all the activity which are required for this SSSS
The
warehouse.
activity is standard, sir. For example,
Activity standard.
uh,
Okay. You
posting
can
change also is there, right? Internal
posting change
movement.
is
That
also
is,
there. But if it is required, you can copy and create jet activity also. That is possible. But category you cannot
okay,
change. You can
okay, okay.
create this type means activity. For example, internal you have copied, but that is not required because for internal, if you have two kind of internal, this is internal movement. Okay, so how many types of internal movement possible? Either you'll do some replenishment or the move the stock for rearrangement. That will be the purpose, or moving the stock from one location to another location. So you can use SAP defined activity or you can create a new one. That is possible. But this
What is that,
category
sir? STCH. STCH
STCA
posting, sir. That is
posting
internal
change.
movement, right? That
No. Posting change is suppose.
unrestricted to.
Have you done any logical changes in MM, like stock type from quality to block?
Yeah, we are done. Unrestricted to quality,
Uh,
quality to unrestricted
is
like
it
that.
a physical transfer? No,
Uh,
it is not a physical
no,
transfer. It is a
it is
logical
not
transfer.
a
So
physical.
similarly, if you do a physical transfer, then it will be internal movement or stock removal or put away. But if you are doing any
Mm,
logical transfer, for example, you are changing the stock type, material to material movement, logical transfer, then
mm.
posting change is triggered. Okay.
Okay.
Then define activity area. Okay. Many activity areas are there. Not required. Yes, let copy. For all storage type, what they have done, they have created the activity area. Up to this is enough. Copy. Yes.
That means for each storage type, we need to assign that activity area, correct?
Ah, I am assigned the activity area, one activity area for each storage type, but in
Mm-hmm.
reality, you can create two or three activity area under a storage type
Okay.
in reality.
Okay.
Do you know what is bean type? Bean we know, right? What is bean type? In your warehouse, you must have seen that some beans are smaller in size, some beans are bigger in size, right?
Yeah, dimensional, three-dimensional size.
Dimensional size. So, based on your dimension, you can define the bin type. Okay.
Okay.
Now, for our testing purpose, we will not use a single bin type. We can use two bin type minimum for understanding. Okay. So, this done. Now, assign bin to activity areas. So, here, what we will do, we'll take the reference of this. Okay. So here, see what we have done. We have created activity area for each storage type. Okay, but it is always possible you can create multiple activity area and you can assign a range. For example, the AIL start, AIL end, start stack end. Okay, you can consider only some set of bin. Okay, using this field. 0060 is not there. Okay. 0060 not created. Okay. Hmm. Okay, and one more thing for 0010 it is required. One second. 0001 001. Now define short sequence. So for this activity area 0030, I am creating the short sequence. Short sequence means how the bin will be shorted. So similarly, for each of the activity area, we need to do the same thing. Okay, Shantu, this will be for you. Okay. So for this activity area, I am assigning the activity. For other activity area, you also assign the same activity. Shantu is there or not?
There. Maybe
Okay.
I'll inform you.
So I am define the activity for the activity area 0030. You need to do it for 0010 and 0020 for all 5 activity. Internal picking, put a replenishment, one more activity, physical inventory. One second. We have to do the physical inventory also. Go back. Physical INV. This, if I copy physical inventory, warehouse SSSS, and I do it for 0030 storage type. 0030 activity area 0030. Okay, so just follow this 0030 activity area 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I did it for all the activity for 0030. So your assignment will be you do it for 0010, 0020, whatever standard activity areas are there. Just copy this. Generate activity area from the storage type. After that, you run it, not before that. Once all the activity are defined under each of the activity area, then generate this, not before that. Okay. So here you need to put SSSS